Hi, welcome back to my channel for gardening tips. I am, as you know, there's the 17-year cicada cycle happening this year, and it's going to be really bad where I live apparently. I woke up today with squillions of the things all over my trees and bushes. So the problem is with these is people think that they will eat up your trees or plants. That's not the issue. They eat sap under the ground, and then maybe they'll like eat some of your leaves, but that's not the problem. What the problem is that they come out of the ground, they climb up the tree, they do the nasty, and then the females lay eggs in the branches, and it kills the branches, like from there out. This isn't really a problem for the big trees. Like, I've got billions of them in there. But for my little ornamentals, it can kill a whole tree. Look. I'm going to stand next to my foxtail lily for this part. Not because I'm covering it, just because it just opened and it looks... look at it. Look at it. Look at it. But look, I just saw a cicada on it. Perverts. But I wanted to mention, so instead of buying mosquito netting, because it's pretty expensive and you're going to need a lot if you have a lot of trees like I do, you can buy tulle or netting or some kind of mesh at fabric stores. Much cheaper. Okay, so an important tip here that I wanted to mention. This is my coral bark Japanese maple that I have covered and tied up with twine. And I want you to see that I've covered, or I've tied up the knot with a quick release knot in case of emergency, or in case the tree says cupcake, or so just the same way that you would tie your restraints is the same way you're going to tie your trees. For the trees that are too big for you to cover, I was going to show you some ideas that I had for combating these cicadas. I'm going to show you on these big rhododendrons back here because I've already seen a whole bunch of them on here. Okay, so what you want to do is you're going to want to have a low fighting stance. You've got to stay nimble. You've got to stay up on the balls of your feet. You don't want to have a flat foot here because you're going to be fighting these things out of the air. So you've got to be agile. You've got to be low and ready to move. An important part of fighting cicadas is remembering that energy shifts. So for every forward motion, there needs to be a back motion. So when you punch, so I'm going to teach you the basics of the roundhouse kick. There's going to be a couple of key things. First and foremost is that you need to protect your own body. So you're going to start out facing forward and you're going to end up sideways. But to do that, you need to pivot this bottom foot. Okay? So you got to make sure you pivot or you're going to mess up that ankle. Next point is you're going to use this kicking leg like a whip. You're going to come up, pivot, and chamber. You don't hold it. And then you kick. So fast, it's like this. And then fighting stance. Because there will be more cicadas coming. So just practice that a couple of times. I hope this has been helpful. Be sure to check back in next week when we talk weaponry options. And don't forget to smash that like and subscribe button.